All right, really quickly, we would just like to welcome all of you. I'm Liz Langenbach, the Parks and Recreation Director, and we're so proud of this park, and I'm very excited about it. And like I said, I want to welcome you today. Just wanted to have a little small thing today to, now that the fences have gone down and people will start coming, we wanted to have a little mini ribbon cutting just so that way we could celebrate the success of this park and all the community partners that kind of helped to make this happen. Want to remind you that we're going to be having our grand opening April 22nd, and that's when we'll really be able to honor all of our contributors, all of our partners in this event, and then also celebrate with our community. So just want to let you know, we're going to say a few little things, and then we'll get a ribbon cutting, and then we'll do a little tour if you want to stay, and we'll kind of visit each of the areas, and then we can kind of tell you a little bit about what happens in all the different areas of this park. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to our mayor, Jeff Surdy. He has a few words to say.
Thanks everybody for coming out. I know Liz is going to thank all the sponsors, but we want to thank the two that really put it on the fast track, and that's the Salt River Pima Tribe and the Sewer District, which the two, they were the two big contributors, and then of course both water companies and everybody just came together, and don't know what to say really. Everybody's surprised. I think a lot of people aren't even going to know it's open yet. So with this press that we're getting today, then people will know. And just come out and enjoy. And thanks once again. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bryant Powell, City Manager. And I want to thank everybody for being here. It's a beautiful day, beautiful occasion. Probably my most nervous staff member right now is Kelly Martin, telling me he's now knows that the fence is down and that we're open. And a soft opening, a little bit will get started and residents will be higher. So I want to remind everyone, this is our park. And this is for everyone to come and enjoy. Let's watch out for it. Let's take care of it. Let's help each other on managing. Let's continue to show, like we've done with all of our other new capital projects that come online, that we can take care of it and we can make them world class. We are super proud of this project. It's a 2-year or so project that's been in the works. It started with a land swap. You may recall two apartment complexes that were on here. The land that is part of Fry's now was swapped. Our city council entered into an agreement to swap that land. That started the first domino. And then our city council entered into an agreement to sell part of 2nd Avenue. And then with the funds from that sale, along with what are called parks development fees, or in other words, the funding that can only be used for parks in our community. In fact, legally, if we spend it anywhere else, school district, I've heard, like, why aren't we doing that? Or on the roads or anywhere else, we will actually be committing an illegal act. So there was about $500,000 in parks development fees that helped establish the beginning. And then to make it super special with our splash pad and the restrooms, we had sponsorship. We want to sincerely thank our sponsors for making that happen. And so this park, the capital investment, has been completely completed by non-general fund revenues. We will then now turn this community park into our community, and we'll hopefully have great ideas that will come forth from all different sectors of the community to use it, take care of it, have fun, and hopefully have lots of art and cultural events here in our downtown. There have been many studies done by our community town halls, Vision 2020. This is some of the outcome of some of those planning efforts way back then. So welcome everyone today and enjoy, and we'll turn it back over to Liz this time.
So again, just wanted to start off with an I'm in the danger zone, so wherever nobody's allowed to just wanted to start with just some of our important thank yous. And as Brian said, we had so many wonderful community partners that stepped up. I think coming into this, I felt a little bit nervous. We knew we had this great little small nest egg of the impact fee money, and we really weren't 100% sure where the rest of it was coming. We knew we had some ways, a few things that we could look into, but there was no certainties. And so this was definitely a challenging project. I'm sure Blunt and Nick Blake, our park superintendent, would agree that having such a phased approach is definitely a challenge, but we're so proud of the way it turned out. And it couldn't have been possible without our partners, which also includes Blunt, because they've definitely been on the move constantly as we've changed things, as we've got new partners. So starting off with Salt River, Pima, Maricopa Indian Community, I mean, they stepped up big time. Put out for a grant for $100,000 that went towards this. This absolutely, the splash pad is the part that really makes the park something special every day of the week, all day long. And most of the time of the year here in Arizona, it'll be going. So that was a huge blessing to us to be able to receive that. That's what really helped us to get this going, and then to get a lot of our other sponsors. Both of our water districts here in the community, I think it's so awesome that AJ Water and Arizona Water, both companies work hand in hand in so many things in our community. Instead of seeing themselves as competitors, they see themselves as community members. Partner on our water festival every year, partnered on this project. So they both came to the table and wanted to be a part of that. And so we're so thankful that Arizona Water stepped up. We're going to be seeing Think Water here in a little bit. That was kind of the brainchild of Arizona Water, and they invited AJ Water to be a part of that as well, so that we could pull in a little bit more money and make it a really special place. So we'll be checking that out here in a little bit. We had Superstition Mountain Rotary. They were one of our first sponsors that came on board. They got on board before anybody else before we really knew exactly all the money that we were going to have, exactly what we were going to be able to do. We were so fortunate. They kind of got the ball rolling, and were able to say, look, we've got somebody else who believes in this park, and we really want you to. They also went out and were advocates for us with other agencies. So we're so thankful to have that agency who does a lot of other great things in our community to be a part of this park. So we're so thankful for them. Salt River Project, that was another small grant gift that we were able to get that went towards our splash pad. I don't think we have any Salt River representatives today. They'll be here later on in the rest of the month. And then we had some of our other sponsors. Core Construction, Republic Services donated a lot of things. AJ Landfill, they donated a lot of things in kind as we were starting this project. Moving dirt, bringing in dirt. Dirt has been a wonderful topic over here. So you can't even imagine the amount of dirt that you got to move around. We learned a lot. And then Resolution Copper also came on board as a sponsor. And as I said before, Blunt Contracting, we consider them a major partner in this park. They definitely gave us an amazing price for this park, and they really wanted to be a contributor. They wanted to have their name on something in our community and have something that they were part of. And I think definitely speaks volumes to them. Jared has been wonderful to work with. I think Nick and I and Jared, between all of us, we've all lost a ton of sleep and trying to make things work, and so we're just so fortunate to have them in our community. So that's kind of our main contributing agencies and partners. I didn't want to forget, though, to talk about, our mayor and council. We're so fortunate to have a mayor and council that has been supportive of us from day one. I've been here for over 20 years, and I've never not felt the support for Parks and Recreation and for quality of life issues here in our community from our council. But they have wonderful vision. Our city management, Bryant and Matt and all of them, always trying to find ways to do things with what we have. Sometimes we don't have quite the big bucks or the big sales tax revenue, but we do a lot in this community with what we do have, and I think that speaks volumes to our management as well as our council, and so I'm very appreciative of them. Our Parks and Rec Commission, I feel like we've gotten to do more things in the last 6 months than we've done in 2 or 3 years. We didn't have any major rule changes or anything like that, but you guys have been instrumental. So our past Parks and Rec Commission and our current Parks and Rec Commission, they've just been amazing. There's a ton of city staff, and we'll say this again at our grand opening, but I couldn't name them all, but Janine and all the folks that kind of were part of the visioning of this park and making it important. We've had a small team that has been instrumental in making this park happen and working together. And then last but not least, I just really have to thank our team. Nick Blake is the main guy behind this whole place. And the neat thing about Nick is that he has his stamp on every single facility in our city from the beginning of time. So even when he wasn't with the city, he was a major designing influence over Prospector Park. So he's either designed, built,
constructed, advised, whatever it is on every single space that we have. And seriously, I don't think I would have lasted more than about a month if it weren't for Nick coming into this new role. So he's definitely kept it going and had a lot of sleepless nights. So this is definitely a huge credit to Nick and his just his expertise and his skill. And so I'm very proud to work with him, as well as all the rest of our staff that have kept things going and have contributed in many ways. As Bryant said, Kelly has the next round of sleepless nights, because now it's just making sure that we protect our park and keep it as beautiful as it is. And I know without a doubt that it's going to be, just like the rest of our parks. I have no fears at all. We have an amazing parks ranger program, as well as police department, as well as community businesses that want to keep this place beautiful. So I'm sorry, we said we'd only keep it really short, and that was a little longer than I intended. So just a big thank you, and if I forgot to thank you, I certainly apologize, and I'm so thankful for everybody that came out here today. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Al to kind of do some ceremonial ribbon cutting. Before I have him do that, I just want to mention Blunt did bring some donuts, so please, once we get our ribbon cutting done, help yourselves with donuts, and then we'll just kind of do a quick tour. You're welcome to leave or tour yourself or hang out for us and walk around with me as we kind of share some of the different features of our park. So thanks again, everybody.
Nobody gets to leave until we get all photos done, though. That's right?
Oh.
What do we got for us now? Mayor and Council?
Mayor and Council.
Mayor and City Council.
Oh, great. Very good. Yeah. No, you're not going to cut it. So they're going to be on this side for the judges. You guys go around us.
What's that button?
Oh, in the center?
Hey, it worked! Hey, Liz, it worked! Yeah!
Test complete.